Good evening. Welcome to this edition of the 411 Talk Zone Radio Show. Today's topic is, do your research before you apply for a job. Do your research before you apply for a job. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, a number of us are desperate to look for a job, so we'll go anywhere. Here's the problem. We don't have any idea of what this company is about. Don't know the culture, don't have any revenue reports, don't even know the technology, the leadership, and we don't even know the types of employees. All we know is a rose-colored website. It looks good. Has beautiful font, has pictures, and it doesn't matter where you go. Now, you also have to understand if the job is a government job, which is public, or a private job. Either way, you must have some understanding of that organization before you apply. The reason is you want to fit into the culture. Be that it is a service type of economy and no longer an industrial or manufacturing type economy, employers tend to be picky. And one of the big questions that I've been asked, and some of you may have been asked when it comes to interviewing, is what do you know about the company? And that's why I'm doing this video, to give you some ins and outs on how to find out about the company that you are applying to. First of all, look at the website. See what positions they are hiring for. Once you know that, you write down a position. Make a cold call. And the reason why I'm saying make a cold call, because number one, you want to get an idea of how the person answers the phone. If they are good with customer service, then I say possibly have a good company. But the first line of defense for any company is that receptionist. Then you start asking questions. Well, I'm looking to apply for your company. Can you give me any idea of what the culture of your company is? Is this job still available? Because a lot of times when you go interview, employers already have a person in mind. They just want to cover their behind by utilizing the interview process. But just in case they do need somebody, you're already getting your name out front so people will start to know you. That way, if there are a stack of resumes, they can put your resume right out front. It's networking. Find out if the company has a social media. Talk about Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, because you can actually find people who work for that company on social media. And social media is very big. It's networking. Now, I'm saying all this so you'll have an understanding of what you're getting yourself into, because a lot of companies put out rose-colored petals. In other words, in an interview, they make everything sound good until you get there. And as an interviewer, I know if you did the work or not. I do. And here's how I know if you did the work or not, because I'm going to ask you the question. Well, what do you know about our company? When were we established? What services do we provide? Are we on social media? I'm asking those questions because if you are being hired for a position that you must do some research, well, that's basic research. That tells me you know enough about our company to show interest. But a lot of people don't do research. They're just looking for a job. When you're just looking for a job, that also sends a red flag to me that, okay, have a prospective candidate who wants to work at my company. Well, are they going to stay? Because it costs a lot of money to hire employees. Also, you need to know whether the company is public or private. Generally, that's easy to do because most of your municipalities, state government organizations, they're all public. Whereas your private sector, now, private sector can be a little tricky because a lot of your bigger corporations in the private sector are run by shareholders. So that means there's stock in the company. You are a publicly traded company. The reason why you need to be on your P's and Q's is there's going to be corporate bureaucracy and a publicly traded company. Not that you don't have it in a non-publicly traded company, but when you're dealing with stockholders and dividends, your allegiance as management is to the stockholders. Therefore, as a stakeholder, you're not going to have a lot of say-so. What a stakeholder is the employees. As you know, in a corporate structure, it goes from the stockholders to the board of directors. The board of directors hires the management. The management at the executive level hires the middle management. The middle management hires the frontline management, and the management hires all of the supervisors and the employees. Very crucial that you understand how an organization works in order for you to survive in an organization. But utilizing resourcing to understand what a company is going to save you a headache. Now, what sources can I find out about a company? Well, the biggest source that I know, and there are other sources out there, go to Glassdoor.com. Glassdoor.com gives you information such as the reviews of a company. They also give you the types of questions that are asked in an interview. And you look at all the information when it comes to, would you recommend a CEO? Well, they're talking about management. If the square is red, that means doesn't recommend or you didn't get an offer. If it is yellow, that means everything is neutral, and that includes the interview. And then if it's green, that means you accepted the position, and also you would recommend that job to a friend. Now, Glassdoor features the pros and cons of the job and what you as an employee would recommend to management so you can have a fulfilling work environment. Along those lines, you can even add your own review to Glassdoor. That is a great review source. And guess what? Companies won't even be able to change your review. They have the algorithm, so only people who are employed by that company and managers who are employed, they also go on that site as well. Now, you take that site very seriously because that can help you determine whether you work for that company or not. Let me give you an example. I went to apply for a management position at Speedway, which is a convenience store. It's just like your Wawa chains, your Quick Check chains, your Rudders, your Royal Farms, and your Sheets chains back on the East Coast. I'm in Indiana, so Speedway's gone out to the East Coast as well. But when I looked at all of the reviews from Speedway, it gave me an idea. Don't apply there, because I got more cons than pros. Now, for a part-time job, some of the reviews were pretty good, but for a career, the reviews were horrible. And you have to utilize that source because in certain industries, particularly the retail and the hospitality industry, the pay is low and the turnover is high. These are the issues that you need to find out or seek when you're doing your research about a company. If you can, get a revenue report. Also, look at the type of management, because management is the one that's making all the decisions for a company. See if enough managers have made a particular company a career. Again, I'm going back to Speedway, and I see they have a lot of managers who are in and out the door. That's because they're working very hard and they're not getting any compensation for it. So as a prospective employee, you need to ask employees, if you go into that company on a live basis. And what do I mean on a live basis? There are times I go to a grocery store and I'll ask, hey, are you hiring? And then you get into a conversation. Well, how's the work environment here? How's the culture? You want to see how they're going to react. You want to see if their customer skills are good. A manager may ask me for some help when I'm a customer, and I'll ask him for some help. You start converse back and forth. In other words, you still network while you're trying to find out about the company. Again, take notes about the company. Make sure you get names. If you call into a company, cold call and get the person's name that you talk to. I did that when I applied at an Econo-Lodge. And when I went to interview, the manager said, well, my front desk clerk said you called and you asked a lot of questions. That's right. I was prying for information because I want to make sure that you are giving me honest information. Now, I'm going to check it out for myself when I actually drive there, because another thing you should look at, that I look at, and me being an engineer, I look at the building. Why is the building important? Well, because if your infrastructure is set and the aesthetics of your building look appealing, you could draw people as well. Your property must be clean. People don't look at this. That tells me you care about your property. If you don't care about your property and it looks like a slum, it's going to be unattractive. You're not going to get the candidate you want. And also, when it comes to any type of job that deals with customers, I want to know what customers are coming in and out of your establishment. That's going to make me come there to work. If I said you have good clientele, it's going to make me turn the other way if you don't have good clientele. So you, as a prospective employee, needs to be vigilant. It's very easy to do. And you're also building networks as well. Just looking at a resume and looking on a website, that's not going to be the end-all, be-all. Because resumes can be a pretty piece of paper. Websites, they're also pretty. But at the end of the day, it's not in the resume, and it's not on the website. It's in you as the person. And you have to ask yourself, is this job worth it? Or is this a job that is going to be a waste of time? The only way you're going to know is you must be the one to do the research. And at the end of the day, like the United Negro College Fund used to say, it's your future. It's your choice. That's this edition of the 411 Talk Zone radio show for today, Monday, December 5th, 2016. You can tune into the 401 Talk Zone radio show every Wednesday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Blog Talk Radio. Guest calling number is 215-383-5785. And if you like my videos, please share and subscribe to the 411 Talk Zone Radio Show right here on YouTube so I can continue to give you quality information for educational purposes from a professional and mature perspective. Now, on this channel, I don't engage in emotional or controversial topics, nor do I participate in drama or unnecessary bickering. So please be respectful, because I like to keep the attitude on my channel very positive, because I'm here to teach, and knowledge is power. Also, if you have a topic or you have a business or a new channel that you would like for me to shout out over the air on Blog Talk Radio or YouTube, feel free to email me at lej6521@gmail.com. Please feel free to comment, and I love comments, but you have to make sure that your comments are pithy, no bloviating or pettifogging, if you wish to opine. Just remember also, I am following a YouTuber by the name of Ringo TV Raw. He has good information. Angry Man has good information. Brother O'Shea Jackson has good information. And for the YouTubers who are in the black sector of YouTube, well, what I'm doing in order to drive traffic to your channels, I have listed links to your channels under my YouTube video so people could check out your content, because you have a lot of good brothers out there who are putting out content for people's listening pleasure. And at the end of the day, a good team must collaborate. And that's it. Till next time, my name is Leon Jones. Remember, please be gentle and respectful to each other, and have a wonderful and blessed afternoon.